I know I'm not alone in this. You feel like literally you don't know what to post, you don't know how to post, your content feels stale, you feel like you're just chasing a hamster wheel. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. The point is, if you've been feeling that way or feeling in that creative funk, this video is gonna be for you. I've been through this exact same thing not too long ago. I'm gonna tell you the 2 reasons why, but then we're gonna be able to get into the Dave Ramsey section of my Grow with Video Life conference that I just came back from. You may notice a new setting. I'm actually in Florida. My kid, and she's been wanting to do some type of theme park vacay, and we finally gave in. We don't really do theme parks. If it's not sandy and beachy, we're not going. But she's 5 and we wanted to give her this treat. Before I get into the pool, I wanted to get into the Dave Ramsey section of Grow with Video Live. Let me tell you why your content is stale. Number 1, comparison, and number 2, lack of vision. I don't know about you, but social media is so loud if you are not focused on what you want to do. And we'll talk about the things that Dave talked about, but I'm going to tell you right now, when you are comparing yourself to other people, other creators, other industries, or maybe in the same industry, your creativity just diminishes. And the second one, like I was saying, lack of vision is really, you don't know where you're going. Like, you might have a product, you might have a service, but you don't really have that direction. In mid-2023, I've talked about this a lot. I have a few videos of how I hate Instagram, how I quit Instagram, how I love TikTok, and now it's kind of like, it was like this. The reality is I even stopped being a little bit consistent on YouTube. Although I've never totally quit, it was still really hard to just want to post. I was trying to post things that I didn't really want to talk about. I technically did quit Instagram. Everything else was kind of falling into that place too. Then TikTok started slowing down, then YouTube started slowing down. And it hasn't been until lately that I feel like all 3 platforms are steadily growing. Listen, times right now, although I don't believe we're post-pandemic anymore, they're still not 100% pre-pandemic. One thing I've realized these past 2 years, it doesn't matter when you're watching this, you may be going through a similar situation, went through a huge trauma, scrambling, trying to find ourselves. And now that we're like finally coming out of that trauma, it just feels like we're drowning. I've lost friendships. We've been in lawsuits. We have lost and gained a lot from business, made a lot of money. We lost a lot of money. We lost investments. We made amazing investments. We made so many shifts in our business. But in reality, all of the things that we worry about are so trivial. They honestly don't even matter in comparison to like the huge things that people are going through, and even ourselves, what we go through. I'm just done. I'm just done with the overthinking, with the BS. I don't want to deal with it anymore. The main thing that I want to do is help women make money online and show up on camera. That's it. Because life is so fragile that all of these little overthinking and little fights and this and that, like, that does not matter to me anymore. So with that being said, I ask you, are you doing the most valuable actions in the time that you have during the day? And that's exactly what I had to ask myself. Like, I'm creating all this content for what? For views? Likes? That's not the type of content that I want to create. It was hard to come to that realization. Like, I was just going through the motions for no reason. If you feel that way, let's get into Dave Ramsey's tips. His segment was called How to Build Something That Lasts. So if you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, Dave Ramsey has been around for so long. Literally, he gave pretty much his entire story, but he started back in the day, like before radio. Then he went into radio. From radio, he went into podcasting, but this was like before we were born. He went into TV, and into TV, he started creating content. And I'm gonna give you a few tips about the longevity side. But if you don't know who he is, definitely check out Dave Ramsey. He's pretty much on all platforms. Number 1, how to build something that lasts when it comes to content. He said, clarify your mission. Remember in the beginning, I said you don't even have a vision of what it is that you're creating. That's the reason why I was so bored and like, why do I hate creating content? I actually love this, but it is becoming so boring now. But when you clarify your mission, you'll be able to stay on your mission. I loved when he said this. Have something you have to say or else you're gonna explode. Think about what you are like, I cannot keep quiet about this. A few things that come up to mind. I love talk about course creation since 2017, when I found out how powerful it is to be able to create something of your own. Your knowledge that you created from scratch is amazing. And you don't have to just sell courses. You can combine that with coaching. You can combine that as a prerequisite. You can start automating a few things in your business, even if you want to do that one-on-one. When you know your mission and your vision, you have to say something. Like, you cannot keep quiet about this. And that's where the content creation comes in. Something that I love about Dave is that although a lot of people don't necessarily agree with a lot of things that he says, he talks about money and he talks more about saving money versus investing. You just have to, if you don't know what type of content he makes, it might not be for you. And that's okay. But the content creation side is what you need to take out of him. He talks about how he creates content not for clicks, not for likes. All he wants to do is deliver amazing content and results to his listener, whoever that is. But you have to have a strong posture for what it is that you're saying. Because for him, for example, he talks about you need to save and live on the bare minimum no matter what. And he stands on that. He does not care if you don't agree with him. He's like, no, I know that it works. This is what you need to do, or else. He does not change for anybody. Even if he gets one comment, he doesn't even create, this may be controversial, but he doesn't even create content regarding his comments. Because his comments, like, good for you, give me interaction, but I'm not here for the naysayers. I am here for the people that need my help. And I love that. That's something I definitely need to adapt. Another powerful thing that he said that completely just blew me away was, don't change who you are. When you know your mission, your posts are not so stressful. Something that I fell into, like I was telling you, in 2023, mid or so, and I was just going into a rabbit hole of not trying to sound like somebody else. I've talked to you about this in previous videos, but I did not want to sound like people selling the master resale rights / digital marketing course. I did not want to sound like people from this company selling this product. I did not want to sound like this type of industry selling this thing. And with me not wanting to sound like all of these people, now I like have an identity crisis, because I'm like, who even am I? Like, can I just post for me? I had, actually, side note, I had a conversation with my friend Stephanie, and she was like, dude, literally just post what you want. Stop trying to not be someone, because that's just literally taking away from who you truly are. I would say that's the biggest mistake I made last year, and I don't want to fall into that again. It goes back to comparison. Everything is connected. I do not want to go to that space that I was, where I was in comparison mode, and I don't want to be like them, so I'm gonna try really hard to not be like them, and that's taking away from me. Another thing he talked about is self-centered content. That doesn't really work. And it shows in the numbers. I posted a video of me at the Grow with Video Live, and I got this super amazing award. I was so excited, and it didn't get that much interaction. It honestly didn't. And that's okay. That's just for me. That's just like, hey, remember this next year. Versus when I've been posting different content lately, tips, motivational things, entertainment things, those are the ones that just have given me the growth that I've gotten in the past few weeks. Oh my gosh, that was only number one. Okay, let's move on to number two, which is make the customer the hero. If you have not bought the book Story Brand by Donald Miller, that book pretty much teaches you how to create your everything. Your brand story, pretty much your website too. You can create your website with that story brand framework and your content around that. You kind of have to understand what the book says to understand this, but if you haven't, I'll leave a link below. You need it. Even if you just listen to it on Audible, you need to understand the story brand framework. Essentially, you need to make your customer the hero, not yourself, okay? You are the guide that is guiding the hero. That's gonna completely change the way that you show up and create content. With that comes you creating your own frameworks. I have different frameworks that help for different things. For example, if you want to create a course, I have a framework that I take you through. If you want to start building a personal brand, I have a framework for you. If you want to partner up with me and sell beauty products, I have a framework for you. And that can also be called systems, but pretty much you are taking them step by step no matter what. This is step 1 through 10, A to Z, 1 to 5, whatever you want to do. And that's what story brand is. Number 3 is be platform agnostic. This is actually something that Cody said too. She said, What did Cody say? She said platform proficient. It's the same thing. You need to be educated on every single platform. Oh my God, the AC just turned on. I hope you can hear me. You need to understand every single platform that you're going to be on. Do you need to be on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok? What else is out there? I don't even know. X, Threads? No, you do not. But you do need to be on the main 2, perhaps 3. And for the most part, a lot of times you can repurpose. I think that's going to be another video for another day, how to repurpose your content. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you're interested in. I could bring some pros, but you need to understand how every single platform works. He talked about TikTok. He said he hates it. And guess what? A lot of his videos that go mega viral are from TikTok. And guess what that brings? Traffic to his YouTube channel, which is ultimately his like end all be all, where he finds all of his people, where he finds his people to buy his programs and his coaching and all of that stuff. You have to be strategic. If in TikTok, all of like the flashy things don't do well, maybe you're not gonna add all the flashy edits and stuff. What works for TikTok? And you have to be a consumer. What are your competitors, without comparing yourself, what are your competitors posting? How are they editing? How are they showing up? So just remember to pick 2. I absolutely, completely love TikTok. It's the easiest thing for me. But as easy as it is, it's also very easy to not be consistent. Now, Instagram is my toxic ex because every time I post, it's like I'm chasing something. It's just one of those things. When it's high, it's high. And when it's low, it's just super toxic. They're changing 100 things, but I will not stop posting there because I like the type of relationships that I can build in the DMs. That's just my strategy overall. That is my platform to communicate. TikTok is my lead generator. I still get so many opt-ins from there. And then YouTube is so I can hang out with you while I'm about to go to the pool, have my little fake soda, and we can just hang out. You know what I mean? Cool. I have one more point from his talk, but if you can please do me a favor, hit that like button so YouTube's okay, I don't know why I'm stuttering. I don't know how to ask for favors. Let me try again. If you can please press that like button and make sure to hit that subscribe so YouTube can know that you want to see more like this. I do have a few other things I want to share with you in coming videos, like Nikki Saunders, a few things about Sean Cannell, you know. So make sure that you hit subscribe. Number 4, he talks about playing long ball. So think long term. I know that you want to go viral super quick and make $100,000 tomorrow. Who would not want that? How would $100, $100,000 make a difference in your business? Even $1,000. But more important than that, I always ask the girls this. If you go viral tomorrow, do you have the systems to support your content? We sell beauty products. I always tell my girls, if they take your hair quiz, what's gonna happen with 100,000 people in your DMs? Do you have that automated? Like, how would that work? You have to think long term and think about how can I get better and better. One thing that I like that he said was that Gen Z, he works with a lot of Gen Z, they take no BS, okay? They don't want to just watch things that go viral to go viral. They want real information. They want you to educate them, entertain them. Like, they're not dealing with any BS. And I absolutely love that. One other thing that comes with the long-term game is pivoting. So one thing that I got from him was how he went from podcasting in a radio station, kind of like a radio show, to he had cassettes. I totally forgot to tell you that. He was selling cassettes from his trunk. He was doing all of these things, and every time he would pivot. They told him from the radio show, don't go do your own podcast. And he did anyway. And it was just podcasting. Then video podcast came on, and they were like, dude, that's not going to work. Like, no, don't do it. And he did it, and he continued to pivot up until now. He's literally on every platform. He's popping over on TikTok. He's popping over on LinkedIn and all. And the power of pivoting when your content strategy is just not doing well is the biggest thing. That's one of the things I did in 2022 when I was just like, I quit Instagram, I quit TikTok, I quit every single thing. I don't want to be in the online space anymore, but I decided to start YouTube. Making that decision and just walking into, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm excited to start this new. Doing that completely changed the game for me because now I have to be creative again. Now I have to figure out how to get better on camera. How do I script? Like, how do I start my videos? And it's getting that new feeling and being able to pivot. And I would say YouTube completely changed the way that I show up on all the other platforms too. And because, going back to number 1, your vision is clear, you know where you're going, you know that you're focused, you're like, Okay, this is where I'm going. Your mission is clear. You know who you're helping. You can be authentic. You can be you. You know what you're going to talk about. Even if you have nothing to say, you know what your mission is. So if you said the same thing you said yesterday, it's fine because you have your vision, you have a clear mission, and it's really a sustainable way of making content, to be honest. Every single thing that he said just really hit home. And I truly believe that moving forward, I'll be able to connect with people like you. And a little announcement that I have, I am relaunching my Fortuna Femenina podcast, but this time with interviews. So make sure that you subscribe, and I will definitely be seeing you in the next video. It's pool time. I will see you soon. Bye.